Can you hear me?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you now.
Okay, now I can hear you. I think it
How's it
was the
going,
Bluetooth.
man?
Going well. How about yourself?
Can't complain, can't complain. Busy day.
Yeah, that's
How about
good.
yourself?
Going well. Yeah, making good progress.
I like it, man. I like it. I'm looking at your page right now. Haven't even gotten a chance to
Oh
look
yeah,
at
that
this.
Instagram page, huh?
Yeah.
We've been growing well on YouTube and TikTok. I think Instagram's our bottleneck right now.
hmm
Yeah, it's going.
Why do you think that is?
Oh, we're growing. It's just not as much as the other ones. Like the YouTube, we just passed 127K views, and
hmm
we're averaging like 10-20 subscribers a day, and
hmm
a little bit less on TikTok, and then Instagram's just like a few every now and then. But let's see here. I think it was because we got shadow banned briefly. Because it said all my ad accounts were disabled for some reason. I think it was like
hmm
some error linking with the Sprout Social. That's the third party we use to upload videos.
Yes,
But
that's
it
what I
it
used
looks
to
like it's
use.
fine now, so it started growing again. Might have been just a temporary thing.
You can actually go to your settings on your phone or
Mm-hmm.
on your like Instagram. Click on account and then account status, and you can see if there's anything that's actually preventing you, like
Let's see.
anything that they actually flagged you for.
Count.
That's how you'll actually know if you're shadow banned, because everyone always tells me I'm shadow banned, and then I was
Oh,
like,
it
no.
just gave me like three like exclamation marks and said all your ad accounts were disabled. So it's like, oh, okay. So
Mm,
but I requested a review, and then
hmm
like 2 days later it was gone. So I guess they like
Okay.
made a mistake. But like it was only for those couple of days, and now it looks like it's working fine. Because if I go to insights, let's see, where's this? Um yeah, it says it's accounts reach are up 15.7%. And then but the engaged accounts are down, and total followers are down just a few percentage, or
hmm
0.8%. Yeah, I think it was because I had my guy go on a massive unfollowing spree because we were
hmm
like much higher following than followers.
Right, your ratio was like way off.
Yeah. It still is, it's like 2789 followers and 4165 following. I told him to just like unfollow everybody who doesn't follow us.
hmm
So I think he can only do so many of that per day.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, because he's been
Without
following 100
like,
per day. Yeah.
wow, 100 per day.
Yeah, because that's like the sales outreach process we do. It's like we reach out to 100 people per day with a semi-automated message, and then like 3 to 10 people respond per day, and that's how we like
hmm
communicate. Because
Okay.
like I have them follow, like a couple other posts, and then
hmm
reach out.
mm Smart, smart,
So we're
smart.
we're experimenting with like going to business channels or going to people who already like lucid dreaming. So we're trying to
hmm
see and what kind of messaging they like the best. So we're just playing around with that right now. And then I was just on a call with a new salesperson we hired to do LinkedIn outreach, which is basically the same process just on LinkedIn. And since it's a more professional atmosphere, it's a little bit easier, like to move in on the sales process.
Hmm.
Interesting stuff.
Interesting. I wouldn't
How about
think
you?
LinkedIn.
How's your outreach going for new clients?
It's going pretty well. Finding actually finding the people, I think, is the hardest part.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm I'm probably gonna go on other people's pages and just start kind of hitting those people up. Um, but like I'm like limiting myself right now. Like I'm mainly hitting up like detail shops, wrap shops, people who are trainers. Um, I'm definitely kind of stuck in the loop of like I'll either try to get them on a sales call or like I invite them to the call and then like nothing happens and I keep like reaching out. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I think I just need to build more rapport with them and more value with them, and then I can
Yeah.
close them.
Yeah, like I had that problem all the time when I first started out, and
hmm
I think it's a volume thing more than anything. Because like like let me give you an example on Instagram. Like he reaches out to 100 people per day, 3 to
Mm-hmm.
10 people respond, so that's like 3% respond. And then of those people who respond, some of them say no, go away, or some of them like, yeah, I'm interested. So
Mm-hmm.
then you kind of do a quick chat, what are you trying to achieve? What are your goals? And
Mm-hmm.
then, maybe one out of those 3 to 10 book a call. And then the one who books a call, they'll most likely show up or they might not. And but like that's why it's like so important to get those numbers game up. And like what you
Mm-hmm.
can do personally is hop on Upwork. You could probably find someone to reach out for you for like a couple $100 a week. So that,
Mm-hmm.
because like it takes an hour ish a day, right? So if you pay someone overseas $15 an hour, uh because like it is tedious work, right? It's just
Yeah.
liking,
Mm-hmm.
boom, boom, boom. And so what I made an incentive for all my salespeople. It's like once you get your first high ticket uh customer in a new niche, we'll hire a cold outreacher for you, so you don't have to do that
Mm-hmm.
anymore. So I'll kind of see how that plays out, but like yeah, because that's the biggest bottleneck. It's like how do I get new leads in without paying money for paid ads?
Yeah.
Because paid ads is so straightforward, but like the margins are super thin, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just interesting stuff. But funny, uh, you were mentioning that because like my videographer, we were watching Undercover Billionaire, and
Mm-hmm.
our goal was to kind of like replicate that content format.
Mm-hmm.
And the way he makes money, Grant Cardone, what he does is he starts a marketing company where he takes over all their socials and does only organic. And he either charges 5K a month or 10K a month to
Mm-hmm.
these high income businesses. And I was talking to him. I'm like, why don't we just recreate that for the this long form content we're making, and create a
Right.
side marketing company just for fun. Um so we're going to be experimenting with that. What the kind of pitch is I reach out to successful businesses in our area in Memphis, and then because and we only tell the truth. Like we're shooting a documentary on the entrepreneurial journey.
Mm-hmm.
We'd love to interview you and get your insights, because you've achieved so much success. We'd love to interview you. So that's going to be like our cold call pitch. It's like, oh, you're interviewing me, I love to talk about myself, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Who doesn't? Yeah.
Exactly. So the idea is we go there, we interview them, 10, 15 minutes, understand where they came from and where they want to go. That's great content as it is. And then the next step on top of that is, hey, how can we help you? Like you gave us this interview, we'd like to help you. How about we help you grow your socials? We'll take
Mm-hmm.
over your 5 major platforms, your TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Facebook. We'll take that over, make multiple posts for you per day about your business, and drive traffic for you. And they'll be like, great, let's do it. And I was like, great, 10K a month, perfect. And we'll do like 12-month contracts. So like we get like 5 to 10 of customers like that. I can hire out a team like I'm doing now for my own business, and I
Mm-hmm.
can help all these other businesses to grow their socials. So I thought it's like a win-win.
Yeah, and you definitely need to grow like a portfolio, right? Of like this is what I was able to do for this person, right?
Yeah, it's perfect because we can use our own reference. I'm like, look, we've only been doing this new strategy for 2 weeks on my new account, and we already passed 128,000 on YouTube. That in itself would be like, oh yeah, sign me up.
Hmm.
Even if it's just YouTube, but like, and then we're offering the 5 accounts on top of that because like that's no
Hmm.
extra effort for us if we use Sprout
Right.
Social to automate the scheduling.
Yeah.
So because
Especially
like
since Sprout now allows you to do reels and I think they support TikTok now.
yeah, they support all the major platforms. I have like 8
Hmm.
different socials going to it because like I'm doubled up on Facebook and LinkedIn for fan pages.
Hmm.
But yeah, so that was kind of my concept. I was like, kind of just chatting with my videographer about, because like I did the math, like it's not more than like 2 or 3K a month if I hired everything out, got a personality for a few hours a week, got a
Hmm.
videographer editor, and then got a uploader and comment response. So like, 2 3K for employees, and then another 2K for rent office rental. So like the
Hmm.
first client will cover like break even. So it would only be profitable after that. That's what I kind
Hmm.
of try to think about for businesses. Like, how do we get profitable from day one? Hopefully like just the first customer. I guess we could do a co-working space to make it profitable
Hmm.
from customer one,
Right.
but like we want a more long-term thing once we get a few more customers in.
Yeah, no, I like the idea too, and it's
Yeah.
something that I could I could definitely incorporate as well if you're open to it.
Yeah, definitely.
Um,
Like I was thinking about you when I was having that idea. I was like,
mhm,
you're already like an Instagram, successful manager. Oh,
mhm.
we can just like combine resources and grow that way. Like there's no problem in merging. If
Yeah, like
because
I
like
can help drive like content ideas and strategies.
exactly, yeah. Because like
Because that's really where I'm an expert in.
right. So I think that like cold calling approach is going to be. I mean, like time will tell. We're starting it tomorrow, but
Hmm.
I think that approach would work really well because like it's no bar. At the very least, we get a great interview, right? So it's good
Hmm.
content for us regardless. And then if they end up wanting to work with us, that's just cherry on top.
Hmm. Yeah. So let me ask you, because I'm going through your post this week.
Hmm.
Um, how do you think your post did this week?
Honestly, I don't know what day has been posted because like we
Hmm.
record daily, and then I think we're a few days ahead. Let me see real quick. Um. Okay, so the most recent one, so fun I can't contain it. We just got 3,500 views on YouTube. Let me see what this video is.
Because I really want to help you guys with Instagram,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's just talking about like, the funness of lucid dreaming. Like it's just very
Hmm.
basic, and then he had nice like pictures and subtitles. It's just short little fun like
Hmm.
clips.
Now, did you guys set up that studio yet?
So for the professional filming stuff,
Hmm.
yeah, like he has an office that we use for it, but like so much of what we do is just like out on the street and just like
Right.
vibing in the moment. But yeah,
Hmm.
we still need to like for Instagram specific content and for like once we get these businesses of having like a dedicated space, like you said, with the blue light in the background and have a really nice feature and then have the personality just be like in one stationary uh angle and then have the subtitles pop up and the pictures pop up because like I definitely think that would be a resource because like looking at my Instagram now it's like color profile wise
Hmm.
like it kind of works because like they post all the pictures they post all the videos that we made on the same day so like my clothes are always the same so that flows kind of nicely I
Hmm.
think more recently, and then the other ones, it's like before we kind of figured out that new format, it's kind of like mishmash. But like I kind of like how it's starting to look where every 12 is like a color profile of the same shirt, same background.
Hmm.
So I think that might be beneficial once people like start tuning in more. But only time will tell, I guess, right? This
Hmm.
long-term play compared to
Right.
paid ads.
So what I kind of want to see you do, right? Instead of pushing your course, your page, your lucid dreaming, is
Mm-hmm.
just educate, right? Because people are not on Instagram to be sold to, right? Or at least
Right.
knowingly be sold to. So when you're pushing like the videos like like follow lucid dream, learn how to achieve your goals, this and that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think the reason it only got 41 views and 2 likes is because like it even though it's fun and playful, it seems very salesy, right? It seems like I want you to buy something. And then like the next video is it's only $97 a month. Like the people who need to know that information are the people in your DMs who are hitting you up saying I'm interested, right?
Right.
So instead of like taking the time to film stuff like that, I think you should shift your focus onto filming educational and like wow factor videos.
Mm-hmm.
Like I made $1 million last night when I was sleeping. How? Well, I control my dreams, like
So just
stuff like that, you
a
know?
lot of fluff is what you're saying. Because like what we did was
Yeah, a
I
lot
don't
of
think
fluff, but like
yeah
you're kind of showing what's possible with
right
lucid dreaming and like just educating what like lucid dreaming is, right?
yeah
Like,
yeah because we created a series of videos like explaining in detail stories about lucid dreaming, and then
uh-huh.
I found this Google thing where it's like the 100 most asked questions about lucid dreaming. So we made a video answering each of those questions just for like YouTube algorithm.
Hmm.
But like you mean more stuff like that where it's just purely educational, like fun content.
Yeah, and my biggest suggestion would be is set up a fake podcast studio in your house, right? All you have to do is literally have like a 2 camera setup, and have your video guy ask you questions and you
Right.
answer them. And you can even invite like one of your customers to be on camera, or literally, I mean, even make it seem like your video guy is one of your customers, right?
Mhm.
And be like, did it work? Yeah, it worked. And people will be like, did what work? And they'll keep watching the video to find out. Like,
Right. So that's the
um,
hook, is like, did it work?
yeah, and be like, yeah, like I was able to control it. Like, tell me more about it, and be like, and then he'll be like, well, when I was sleeping, like my dreams, and then like stuff like that. Like you need like I like the fun, playful approach, but looking through it, I know you guys just started it. It doesn't seem like it's hitting on Instagram, and I
Yeah,
really,
compared to the other platforms, Instagram is
yeah,
really lacking. I guess it's just a
and
different like experience, and the algorithms like so much. I don't
right,
know.
and Instagram really is your most important platform, in my opinion, because there's something that you're selling, and Instagram is where you get the true sales from, not
Hmm.
really TikTok, right? TikTok is where you get the exposure for your brand,
Right.
and then once they see you on Instagram too, because obviously the algorithms and what you're interested kind of follows between the platforms, then they'll see you and then they'll want to purchase you because they're like, oh shit, he's on this platform too, right? So
Right.
kind of like how I started following Alex Hermosi originally just on TikTok, right? And I was
Hmm.
like, oh, I really like who he is. I searched for him like after I found him, and that kind of stayed in my phone, stayed in like all my settings and all that. And
Right.
then all of a sudden, like out of nowhere, he's popping up on my Instagram. Like, whoa, no way, he's on Instagram too. Of course he's on Instagram, you idiot. Like he's playing each platform. But that's when I really started noticing him more, is on Instagram, because I was just like, wow, like now he's on Instagram too.
Right,
So
and
that
that's so funny you said that, because that's how I found you originally. Because I my outreacher was
mhm.
only targeting people who liked Alex Hormozy, and that's
Oh,
how like
really?
we found you. Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny.
That's great. Yeah, you're giving
um
a lot of good ideas. I'm gonna have to implement some of these.
yeah, and like I think I like the fun playfulness, but try taking like a different approach to it this week as far as
Hmm.
your filming, and especially with the filming, right? Like there's a lot
Yeah.
of like getting close to the camera and away from the camera. It might be too intimidating for Instagram. So maybe let's try like toning it down a little bit,
Hmm.
and really just focusing on like what lucid dreaming is, what people were able to achieve, right? Even just tell some of like your success stories, right? Like if you're even if your cameraman is just filming you, but you're not looking directly at the camera, you're looking like this, right? That makes it seem a lot less intimidating to people. It makes it seem like you're telling someone a story. I see videos like that all the time, where like
Yeah.
they take that stuff from podcasts, right? Because when you're on a podcast, you don't talk directly to the camera, you're talking directly to the person next to you. You
Right.
don't even have to have anyone next to you. You just have to have the
Yeah. You
camera
you show
like
the
that.
table with like a microphone, and like, oh, he must be in a podcast.
He must be on a podcast. And people feel more comfortable watching podcasts for whatever reason, because they know, okay, A, this guy is important enough that he was on podcasts, even though like they're so common nowadays that like
Mhm.
you could be a nobody. Two, he must know something and have some type of knowledge for him to be sitting where he's sitting, right?
Right.
So that trust barrier is automatically broken down a little bit.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm
And
gonna
it's
have to
less
experiment with
intimidating.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, we'll play around with that as we start to try out this new long form content.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting. So,
And
how's your?
especially
Yeah, go ahead.
mhm. Well, no, I was gonna say like that long form content, then you could obviously break it down into like as many like videos as you possibly can.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Yeah.
So, how's your lucid journey going so far? You still
Pretty,
keeping up with it?
yeah, pretty good. there was only like one night that I forgot to sing the mantra. Um, but I've been saying the mantra every night before going to sleep. I downloaded this app called Dreams, and
Mhm.
basically I've been like tracking, like writing down my dreams. Um,
Nice. Are you starting to see patterns?
a little bit, yeah. Like as far as like patterns of my dreams.
That
Yeah, a little
recurring
bit.
themes, things like that.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Uh, so there are some recurring themes. Success, relationships, money
Hmm.
seems to be like the three themes,
Yeah.
which obviously makes sense for me. Um, I have found that I'm actually waking up earlier now. Um,
Hmm.
and I know this because the app, when I go log something in, it says time you went to sleep, and I kind of guesstimate. And then obviously, whatever time I'm punching this in, which is as soon as I wake up, and it's been around like between 8 and 9 o'clock every morning. And
Hmm.
that's usually without an alarm. So you were right about
Perfect.
that,
Yeah.
which
So
I guess was kind of my goal.
excellent. And when are you going to sleep on average?
Like 11ish, between
11ish.
11 and 1,
Okay. Yeah.
which
The
I'm
more
still trying to
before
work on that.
midnight, the better.
Yeah.
But you're starting to wake up at the right time, so that's good.
Hmm.
It will just get easier and easier and earlier as you go. And
Hmm.
then like you'll get to a point where you could wake up at 6 a.m. and feel like you slept like till noon and feel amazing. Like
Mm,
that's how farmers feel like when they purposely don't have any technology or electronics around with them and they go to sleep at sunset. That's how they're able to wake up at like 3, 4 a.m. like and just feel super refreshed because
mm,
they don't have that blue light technology bombarding them and they just purely their circadian rhythm is based off the sunrise and sunset.
mm. I will admit that's something I'm still trying to work on.
Yeah.
It's hard because like sometimes I'll like try to go to bed without like any blue light like an hour before, and it's just like my brain is so trained it like needs like some type of noise or some type of
Yeah,
light.
it is an addiction, right? Like I've caught myself like on TikTok swiping through things when I was trying to like come up with new
Oh,
ideas, and then I
TikTok's
was
the
like, oh,
worst
too
at
much.
nighttime, man. Yeah, because like that's like I've been doing a lot of that because like I'll be waking up, going to the gym, uh, which I'm happy about. It's what I've been wanting to do for a while, and then
Nice.
kind of doing my whole day, and then like the only time I really have to actually go on social media and get inspired is like nighttime because that's like
Hmm.
my free time now. And I've been trying to like shy away from it. Like, no, like this is not the time to go edit the video that you shot today. Like,
Yeah.
do that like sometime tomorrow. Um, so it does take some getting used to. One thing that I have been doing just so I don't forget is if I have a dream and I'm like almost woken up a little bit, I'll like
Hmm.
say, "Hey Siri." Of course, that was going.
Yeah.
And I'll be like making a new note. And I'll just like talk out loud about like what my dream was about. That way, I can punch it in the morning time.
Yeah, that's good not to like look at the screen, right? Like
Hmm.
that's another reason to get like a old pen and paper just journal, because there's no light. But like yeah, if you're just doing it through Hey Siri, that's fine.
Yeah. So that's kind of working. I'm starting to not really remember my dreams as much, but definitely as soon as I wake up when it's fresh in my mind. I know like looking at your phone as soon as you wake up is not good for you.
Yeah. You want to
Uh,
you want to just like fester in bed for like a few minutes and view it like a meditation, right? Where you're slowly remembering and the less you move around physically the better and mentally you're just unlocking those memory portions of your brain that is and that's what you're doing. You're taking those dreams and you're logging them into your short-term memory.
mm,
So and you'll just get better and better at that, because those 3 to 5 dreams every night, you'll probably start remembering a couple of them pretty consistently, and then
mhm,
you'll find more and more patterns keep repeating, and it's usually about what you're trying to manifest in your waking world, or some fear or trauma you're still trying to work through, or a mental
mhm,
block or limiting belief. But usually it's like I'm trying to achieve this goal, like I'm trying to make more success, I'm trying to have more money, I'm trying to have better relationships, and those are the recurring things. And then you can think about, okay, So like, what else keeps popping up in my dreams that I can start recognizing when I am dreaming? It's like, okay, this certain object keeps appearing, or this setting keeps happening over and over, or I keep speaking to this person who doesn't exist in my normal waking world, something like that. And then once that happens, that's when you can start tapping into those lucid dreams and still get the
Hmm.
deep quality sleep, because you don't have to do the wild method where you just wake yourself up at 4 a.m., which is like super bad for your sleep.
Hmm.
And that will just naturally induce it. And I highly recommend just keep going with the course, and you should get your first lucid dream probably this week, I'd say, as long as you stay consistent with your sleep schedule.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. Cool. 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 I like that.
Yeah.
I got finished week 2. Um, I got sidetracked couple about an hour ago.
Mhm.
But I am pretty happy that like I'm at least writing down the dreams and
Yeah.
starting to
You're
remember them a little bit.
And if your sleep is getting better and you're going to the gym in the morning, like you're starting to reframe your daily life, right? Because your whole life
Okay.
is just based on those, patterned habits of what you do every day, your thoughts, beliefs, and actions. So the more you can start to shift that into who you'd like to be, the faster you get there. It's like that meditation I like people do where you imagine your perfect day is the day after you achieved all your goals, right?
Hmm.
And you imagine what that person would feel like, what that person would do throughout their day, who they would spend their time with. And if you can focus on that feeling all the time, even when your external factor is the complete opposite of that, if you can hold that feeling of already achieving all your goals, your subconscious will start believing that's your real reality. And it will find the patterns in, the infinite possibilities, the infinite parallel realities of that specific one. And your thoughts, beliefs, and actions will align to that new reality. And you'll just find yourself, like just naturally going to the gym. You know,
Hmm.
I didn't naturally go to the gym before, but now I am, and I'm getting better and better shape. I didn't
Hmm.
naturally just outreach to all the clients I'm supposed to outreach to land more deals. I'm doing that now. I didn't naturally just, go out and find new people to start relations with, but now I'm doing that. You'll just find yourself falling into these situations without having to force yourself. And that's the most important key, right? It's like you want to just allow these new opportunities to happen.
So that's the real like magic of it is that you're doing something in your dream, right? And your brain is basically filling in the blanks of how to do it.
Exactly, because remember, your subconscious doesn't know the difference between reality and fiction. So whatever you feed it, if you're constantly feeding it media or negative imagery, it's going to accept that as its new reality, and you'll start experiencing negative imagery in your surrounding environment.
Hmm.
And it's the same thing in dreams, but just on a different level, because that's where you have full access to your subconscious. So if every lucid dream you're having is that perfect reality that you want to be living in, and every lucid dream is like that, and you hold that feeling as you wake up and you hold that feeling throughout your day, what you'll find is certain things will keep popping up to make that
Sorry, guys, my
reality
dog.
possible. It's all good. Your dog agrees, that's why.
Yeah, my dog agrees. Um, no, you should definitely make a video about that.
Yeah.
Um, I just sent you a video that actually has a lot to do with what you just said. But I really like the format of his video. It was nice and simple. He's just sitting in the car. Uh,
Would you email
people,
it?
I sent it to you on your DM.
Okay.
But part of, I'll also send you something. Very common hooks that I think maybe you could structure your videos on is like
Mhm.
3 things that blank. Um, I achieved this by doing blank. Um, if you want to be blank, then do blank. Things
Yeah.
like that are very common hooks that seem to work. I'm sure there's a video somewhere. I'll find it
Yeah,
for you.
and there's probably like a Google, search list of just the most common hooks that work.
Hmm.
I should just start implementing that, because like so much of what we do is just freehand of either he feeds me questions that were on that giant list of most commonly asked lucid dreaming questions, or
Hmm.
I just go, off the cuff of like flowing whatever I feel in the moment. But yeah, if we make it more structured, and as we're doing this long form, and starting to interview people, I think we should get some new content, new ideas that seems less salesy. Um, yeah. It's a good idea.
So here's a really good hook that I came up with earlier
Mm-hmm.
that I have yet to use, but I want to share it with you. Feel free to use it. If you learn nothing else today, learn this.
I swear I've seen that on a TikTok video before.
Yeah?
Yeah, and it drew me in. I was like, ooh, something juicy is
Yeah.
about to happen.
Another thing I have that I recently recorded,
Yeah,
a nice hook. I'm going to tell you a secret.
I'm going to tell you a secret.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, I need to start doing more hooks because all of the research I've found, it's always lead with the strong hook, and then your
hmm
title and thumbnail is
hmm
secondary.
Oh, it totally is because the thumbnail really only matters if they're actually on the page, unless it's like YouTube.
Hmm.
Um, but I think for you, I think strong hooks would definitely it definitely would help Instagram. I definitely want to see like as far as the editing, I know you guys are going a little like over the top with editing. Try toning it down a little bit, making it a little more like Alex Hermosi, as
Mm.
far as like instead of having like crazy stuff going on, because I think it's working for like YouTube because
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the
that
audience on
stuff is
YouTube is
resonating
different.
like crazy for YouTube. Our
Yeah.
best performing videos are the stuff where everything goes crazy. So I told him that's so funny. I told him to double down on that because like in my eyes, like I think YouTube is the our most important because that's gonna be the bread and butter because like people will always find that content again.
hmm
And then Instagram and TikTok are kind of tied for number two.
hmm
So and like we have so much limited time in the day. It's like how do we make 12 pieces that kind of like fit everywhere where it will make all channels keep growing and then out of nowhere, Facebook just started bumping up. I think we're at like 7,000 followers now, just
Nice.
out of like, and I wasn't even paying attention to
Facebook's
it.
a
Of course,
great
that's how it goes.
platform.
Yeah.
Great platform.
It's just, it
Very
was just on the
underrated.
list, you know? And then I think LinkedIn is starting to get traction now too, but, it's like a couple thousand somewhere in there.
Mm.
But, like, I think it's still we're so early in the process, like, this is only our 2nd full week we just finished of consistent
Mhm,
uploading. So, like, I really think, like, a month or 2 months will really show us, what's working and what's not. And,
mhm.
these little tweaks that you're giving for Instagram I'm definitely gonna implement and look into, so good on you.
Yeah. Trying to think like we talked about captions last week too, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
what captions and, like, having the nice blue background was our main focus, and
Right.
then,
And
for you, going to sleep around the same time every night and not waking up with an alarm clock, that seems to be working well. So, let's keep growing
yeah.
on both levels.
So I have the alarm clock set. And
Yeah,
it's funny because my mind is actually waking me up.
nice. I told you it would.
Way like I think my alarm was set for today at 9:30ish. I
Mhm.
woke up at like 7. I was like, "Oh, no, I'm going back to sleep."
Yeah, you
And I
gotta
don't know if
train
that was
yourself.
like on purpose
Yeah.
or if that just happened to be that way because I've had that in the past.
Yeah, you gotta train yourself to just get out of bed, remember your dreams, write them down, and get out of bed. Because, like, yeah, the tendency is like, "Oh, I could sleep another couple hours." But you're super refreshed and your brain's ready to go at that point. Like, when I started to go to bed at 9, I would wake up at 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. feeling amazing, and I look at my phone after, like, doing my little thing, it's like, "Oh, it's 5 a.m., I'll go back to sleep," you know? And then I wake up at 9 a.m., so now I have like 12 hours of sleep and it's like way too much. And it's like, oh, I should have just got out of bed at 5 a.m. I would have had like 4 hours of productivity. Because like
Really?
that's
So
your
you're
most
saying that
productive
your
time.
brain is
Your brain
the
will
one
tell
that's
you
wide
when it's
awake?
done. Yeah, your brain will tell you when it's done, and that's why it's really important if you don't get enough sleep and you set an alarm clock, and that's why you wake up all groggy when your alarm clock goes off before your brain was ready to get up. And so if you don't have an alarm clock at all and you just tell your brain, wake up at this time, you'll wake up at that time. Or if you tell your brain, I want to wake up when I'm feeling really refreshed, boom, it will fix that perfect amount of time. Some people it's 6 hours, some people it's 10 hours. You'll probably be somewhere in between. But like that's that prime window to recharge your brain while still accessing it through lucid dreaming, and then you wake up feeling amazing, and your most productive work will be right when you wake up. So that's when people like to work out, or go through all the daily tasks when they're not going to be bothered yet. It's the best time.
Hmm, interesting. Yeah, it makes sense why like a lot of successful people like they work out in the morning the
Mhm.
most.
Yeah,
So,
because it gets the endorphins pumping, and then when everybody's just starting to wake up, you've already had a full workout in. Like Rock is Dwayne Johnson. He's like the
mhm.
extreme version of that. What he does two workouts, like at 4 a.m. and then like 6 a.m. So like when he starts filming at 7 a.m., he's already two workouts in, and people are just getting up at that point. So it's like that's like the
Wow, that's crazy.
extreme. But like to do that successfully, you have to go to bed at like 8 or 9 p.m., which is when we're
Hmm.
supposed to, but like nobody really does that other than like
Right,
celebrities.
no. And like my thing too is like, all right, those nights that like I go out with like my friends or like I go out to like the bar, it's like, I don't want to be like falling asleep like at the
Yeah.
bar because it's like
And
9 p.m.
exactly. And
Yeah.
alcohol and drugs just destroy that. So like
Oh,
trying to
100%.
stay sober, like you can have sober fun. Like I've experimented with it. Like you can go out and like sip on, a water, say, oh, it's a vodka tonic, and you're just sipping
Yeah,
water.
no, no.
It's like, yeah, no
It's
one
like
will
that
care.
audio sound. Nobody's gonna know. They're gonna know. I had a video blow up. It's at 33 million right now. I
Yeah,
posted last week with that audio clip. Nobody's gonna know.
nice. I love it.
Um,
You should send me
but
it. I'll check it out.
yeah, I'll send it to you right now. Um, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that's at 34 right now. 34
Sweet,
million.
man. How much does that convert to monetization, or do you not get paid on Instagram?
Not yet. It's stupid. It's like I have so many videos that pop off. Even the Landover page, my
Why don't you put an affiliate offer?
for what?
Okay, so you're getting what, 33 million views, right?
Hmm.
Say you get 1% conversion, or even 0.1% conversion. Yeah, and you send them to an affiliate offer for something related to that, some car accessory.
Hmm.
That's where you profit.
Well, send it to who
That's
though?
that's that's like 30,000 people who would purchase. And if you make, even just $10 per affiliate offer, that's 300 grand right there.
Yeah, but send it to who?
So you just include it on the video. In your like top comment, you say, hey,
Hmm.
check this out, offer out, whatever it is. Since it's about cars, you could have something car related, like a car
Hmm.
spray or something. And you just have an affiliate offer through ClickBank. It's free to sign up. You should do that. And then whenever you have a video that pops off like this, it's in the link, and you have almost 6,000 comments, and the first comment they're going to see is yours, and it's going to be an affiliate offer link. It's like, oh, click that. And even if it's just 0.1%, that's still, like 30,000 people, 3,000 people. And
Hmm.
you can get deals where if they spend $50, you make $10, something like that.
Hmm.
So that's where you should monetize, because like you could be making millions off of this right now, just because how much reach you get.
Yeah, if I was monetized right now, that video would be paying really well.
Yeah.
Um,
So all you have to do is add an affiliate link to your first comment, and just keep doing
mhm.
what you're doing and get these huge amount of views. I guarantee you're gonna, next call, you're gonna be like, hey Ian, I just made $1 million.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Let me
All
try
right.
that. I gotta find more people, more things to do affiliate links with. I right now I have Insta360. That's about it.
Yeah,
And
go to ClickBank. It will, for your niche. ClickBank is free,
mhm.
and they have all the links. All right, I
And
think we're gonna be
Amazon too.
booted from Zoom. So if you want to end here, we can, or we can go to phone if you need.
Yeah. What time next week?
Around same time works for me, if that works for you.
So the 21st at 8.
Sounds good.
Perfect. Sounds good, man.
All right, talk to you then.
I'll talk to you soon, man. Take
Yeah,
care.
make that $1 million.